when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop? Okay, since you have a song lyric, do you want to go first? I feel like you're gonna. My fun fact, I honestly think you're gonna guess it. I wish I had found something a little bit harder.
Okay. I think this one, I don't know. Maybe this will be easy for you. I don't know. Okay. Oh, where's the part that I wanted to start at? Okay. No, I guess okay. Man, these funny style bitches, I be laughing at them. Hoes be grabbing his dick, I be grabbing his gun. Walking out the court, thumbs up, John Gotti. I'm on 9-3 biggie shit, bullshit and party. Bitch claiming she the queen? What? Not Harley. Who the fuck gave you the crown, bitch? Steve Harvey?
What do you mean grabbing his gun? What the fuck is this? Wait, can you do it one more time?
Okay. All right. Hoes be grabbing his dick, I be grabbing his gun. Walking out the court, thumbs up, John Gotti. On my 9-3 biggie shit, bullshit and party. Bitch claiming she the queen? What? Nah, Harley. Who the fuck gave you the crown, bitch? Steve Harvey?
Oh my god. This, it's like, I've heard this before, but I have no idea where. Like, I could not tell you the song.
Okay. They're a part of a, like a group. Like men, single woman type of thing.
That's
New York.
I want to say Remy Ma, but
yes, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
But I don't know what song this is.
It's Money Showers, Fat Joe, and Remy Ma.
Oh my god. Okay. No, I never would have guessed that. I've heard that song maybe once or twice. I think I just knew it because at the time, I think she released this around the time she was beefing with Nicki Minaj. And so people were like talking about the lyrics or something. So I genuinely, that's the only way I would have known. Like,
that's crazy.
The only way I would have guessed that. Like,
no, that was good.
That was a lucky guess on my part. Like, truly.
No, okay. I'm impressed.
Well, I'm quite impressive. No, I'm kidding. Okay, are you ready for my fun fact?
Yep.
Okay, this female rapper was the first female rapper to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And she also has a synesthesia condition where she sees music in colors. And it influences her style and her surreal music videos.
Oh. I'm gonna guess, is it Queen Latifah?
No.
Oh. First woman to be inducted?
Not the first woman, the first female rapper.
Is it MC Lyte?
No.
Who is this?
Do you want me to tell you?
Hold on, let me think. I have one more guess at me.
Okay.
I can see is it Lauryn Hill?
No.
Who is it?
It's Missy Elliott.
Okay, I didn't think Missy Elliott was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
in 2023.
I remember that, but
in 2023.
I didn't realize she was the first one. I thought Queen Latifah would have been first.
No, I don't even think Queen Latifah has been inducted at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought she was, but okay.
I mean, I could see her deserving to be inducted, but no, I don't think she has.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Missy Elliott.
But I could see that. Though. Nice.
Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. It's summertime.
I know. Thank God.
I know, right? I feel like I'm so happy that it's finally feeling like summer.
I know.
Like, I don't know. I went to Everyday People on Sunday and I texted you this too.
Okay, yeah, wait. So, yeah, tell me about the Everyday People.
So, I mean, it's just, have you ever gone to Everyday People?
I haven't.
It's
I've
just a
heard
day
good
party.
things. I've
It's
heard good
good. Like
things.
I enjoy it every time I go. Good music. Like it's just good vibes. Like it's just a day party. But and like every time I go to Everyday People in LA, like I'm gonna see somebody famous. Cause like
Yeah.
everybody goes to Everyday People. But Lizzo was there, Cardi B was there, Kaylani was there, like, and
Ooh,
they
Kehlani.
started playing like snippets of Cardi B's music that had leaked or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, girl, if you don't release this goddamn song, like, I'm
Yo,
so tired of her.
she's waiting for Father's Day.
I'm so tired of her. You know what? I don't think that's a terrible idea. Like, I would do it.
Have you been seeing that they're like releasing on Father's Day and called Upset?
You know what? I definitely, I
You support?
support that. Like, that would be kind of iconic. Like, that would be funny as fuck. I cannot lie. I don't think she's gonna do that though.
I don't think so
I
either.
don't think she's gonna do that though.
No, but that's cool. So like,
yeah.
how
No, it was
how
really
close
cool.
how close were you to these people? Were
Well,
they in
Lizzo,
sections? Okay.
Lizzo, I definitely walked past because I looked and I was like, "Is that fucking Lizzo?" And I was like, "No, that's not Lizzo." But Cardi B was like so far back, like, and she was surrounded by. There was no
Yeah.
way I would have like gotten next to her, and she's so
Yeah.
small. Like, I wouldn't have ever seen her. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody hadn't pointed out like that was Cardi B. She was standing on a table, and she was still so small.
Oh,
But my shoe broke, so I had to go and buy flip flops from Target. So if I was wearing my heels,
dang.
maybe I could have seen her.
You could have seen her. Oh.
We're one step closer to getting an interview with her.
It's
When
like,
the
yeah,
album
you're in
drops
the
in
you're in the
February.
atmosphere.
When the album drops in 2029,
You know what? Maybe these leaks are
2035,
maybe these leaks are promising that like it'll actually be released.
2040. When the album, hey, look, she said she turned in the album. Like she loves Twitter Spaces, and she got on Twitter Spaces today and said, "Oh, she turned in the sophomore album to Atlantic, so now it's in their hands, like Atlantic's hands, to decide."
Mhm.
I don't like. Do we think it's coming out this year?
I mean, I would hope so. I feel like these are like this is like now, like literally yesterday is like the time that it should have been released. Actually.
I agree. Like, why are we waiting?
It's
why
summer.
Are we waiting?
People want to shake ass.
People want to shake ass.
New
and
music.
if that's what you're promising, give us something, girl.
Give us something.
Give us a breadcrumb. Like, at this point, I truly think she's just scared. Like, I don't know what
I
else.
100% agree. I think that's really what it is. I think she's scared.
Do you think it's true what people are saying that, like, she, like, because obviously her and Offset are beefing once again.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think it's true that she's, like, saying, like, she's waiting until the divorce is final just in case he might get a piece of whatever she, like, does?
Oh,
like, I don't know. That sounds like kind of fake. Like somebody made that up and ran with it. But what if it's true? And she doesn't want to give him that in, like, while they're married? I don't know. I mean, I feel like she would not have a prenup because she was really in love with him, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like he does not have the money that he pretends he has.
He does not.
He does
allegedly.
not. Allegedly. I mean, he's asking her for spousal support. Let's get into it. Let's talk about some hot topics.
Let's go into it.
Girl, okay, so then we have to start there. So, like, Cardi B got on Twitter Spaces because Offset, it was announced that he was asking for spousal support in their divorce proceedings. And then people, of course, got on the internet and rightfully started calling him broke and all this shit and saying, like, oh, and then so his team released a statement to the Breakfast Club. Because I think they reached out to both camps and Cardi did not respond because why would she? And so he said that he doesn't need the money. He's doing that because Cardi's trying to take everything from him. And also she doesn't ever see the kids. Who would believe that?
That sounds like cap.
Who would believe that Cardi B does not see her children? Every time she posts on excuse me. That's the spirit of Offset. He's trying to choke me. Every time Cardi B posts on Instagram stories, it's her kids. Like, I know, always with her fucking kids.
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't think a soul on earth would believe that Cardi B is an absent mother. I just cannot. I can never buy that. However, then Cardi got on Twitter Spaces, which, okay, you know what? This time, I'm gonna be okay with it.
Wait, okay, is Spaces what is it called? You know the name, like where basically they're just talking
They're
like
just
live.
talking. They're just
Okay,
talking.
that's what I thought.
And she
Okay.
does that all the time. And sometimes I'm like, okay, Cardi, you need to chill out. But this time, I kind of think she was justified because, like, one thing about Cardi B, like, you can tell she loved them kids down.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
she loved them kids down. So if
Yeah.
somebody calls me a bad mother, oh, I'm finna lose
It's
it.
up.
I'm
Yeah.
about to lose it. And she got in there and she lost her fucking mind. She said, you have not seen the children in months. She said, you've only seen our baby daughter like 5 times since she was born. She does
Oh
not
my
even know
God.
who you are. And
Wow.
she said, I keep trying to set up times for you to meet the kids and you ghost them every time. He's
Wow.
ghosting his own children, but running to the internet to say she's a bad mom. And then she's like, you're calling me 40 times a day. Your girlfriend is like staying at our house in Atlanta that I'm paying the bills at. She said he has not paid a single bill for their homes that they own or for their children in over a
Wow.
year. In over
For
a
a
year.
year? A
Over a
year?
year. She said she is footing the bill entirely. She's like, the only time I'm away from my kids is when I got to go make money because I'm the only one who's taking care of them.
You heard him.
She said, I'm the only one taking care. And you know what?
Wow.
I believe her. And it's not that I
believe
believe
her
her because she was passionate. I believe her because she was coming with numbers. She said, do you know how much I pay?
data.
She said, do you know how much I pay in taxes for this property? This how much I pay in taxes for this property. This how much I pay for private school every month. This how much I pay. She said, this man has not given me a penny in over a year. And he calling me 40 times a day when he see a picture of me with my man.
Wow.
And he's like, she said, I told him, I don't even care that your bitch is hanging out at our house. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be divorced. Why won't you sign the divorce papers?
Sign the papers.
Because I feel like at this point, he really just wants to antagonize her.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It really is like a matter of control. And now I feel like now he knows that he has no control over her anymore. And so this is all that he has to like still have some control over Cardi.
That is insane.
And it's sad. It's sad because it's clear she's like ready to move on with her life. And he has nothing going on, I think. He's just a loser.
Only time I see anything with him is in conjunction with Cardi B. That like something has happened.
That's something bad too. I never see anything positive about Offset. I never see anything like, oh, Offset's such a good father. Do you remember a couple of years ago when they were running that PR campaign that he was a good father?
The father, yeah.
No more. It's dead. Yeah. So I think somebody had posted a picture too on Twitter, like of Cardi B's boyfriend, the football player. Yeah. And her son, Wave, who had the same braids. Yeah. And then somebody quoted it and said, mind you, your son had these braids over a year ago. This is a picture from a year ago. They said, you don't even know what hairstyle your child has at the moment? They said Cardi B just posted a picture of him on Instagram. And his hair doesn't look like that. How are you upset? He was like, oh, niggas gonna die about my kid. You don't even know what the kid's hair looks like, Offset.
Bro,
when is the last time you spoke to this child?
Yeah, exactly.
That's sad.
It's sad.
It's really sad, but I just want for Cardi to like get everything that she deserves. I feel like she don't even want nothing from this nigga. I feel like she just wants him
what could he have?
I have no idea. I don't know what Offset has. What assets does this man have? I'm curious to know. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. We have to talk about what happened like after we recorded our last episode 2 weeks ago when Megan and Glow, I don't think they're friends anymore.
Okay, why do you not think so? I know that they unfollowed each other, but like, what's the other speculation that we think is based in?
I just think everybody says that like, and I say everybody, meaning Twitter, because I'm always on Twitter looking for gossip. That's it. That's the only reason I go there is for gossip. Yeah. They're like, Glow has been tweeting things that are shady about Megan. And they're like, she definitely knew what she was doing when she posted that story with the Tory Lanez song. And she also hasn't spoken up in support of Megan at all or denounced Tory Lanez. And it looks like none of these like girls really have spoken up for her, which sucks. It's really sad to see that.
That's low-key true. Yeah.
It's really sad. Like there are very few female rappers who have out and out said like, fuck Tory Lanez, I support Megan Thee Stallion. Like, nobody is going to say that. And then they're saying, like, Glow has really been, like, biting Megan's whole brand. Like, you know, she started getting very serious about her workouts and started making that a part of her brand.
Yeah.
She started like doing the similar kind of choreography as Megan and putting on the same kind of like similar shows. She's working with Megan Thee Stallion's old stylist now.
Oh,
And then
okay.
last night for the BET Awards, she did a tap dancing number, which, if you remember, back in 2021, that's what Megan Thee Stallion did at the Grammys.
And
yes,
yeah.
So, and we can talk about the BET Awards in just a minute. Do you think they're? I just think it. I don't believe that they're friends anymore.
I guess with all of that, no. And like, I didn't even peep the correlation of like, you know, like the whole like branding of like working out and like
she really has been heavy on that lately, you know? And that was just, it was never like a part of her brand before.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's just.
Oh, wait. And do we feel like she got a nose job? Did she get a nose job?
No, she said she got a nose job.
Okay.
She actually openly said that she got a nose job.
Okay.
And you know what? It sucks because, like, I think she's beautiful. I don't think she needs a nose job.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's been facing a lot of backlash, like, on social media, and she's so young and impressionable. I can totally see why people are always calling her a man and saying she's ugly and stuff. Like, what do you think people are, if you continuously say this shit about people like that, and they're on the internet, these are people who are reading the negative, of course that's gonna get to her.
Yeah.
I really get that she got I wish she hadn't, because I don't think she needed it, but I guess if it makes her happy, shit.
Yeah.
So be it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with plastic surgery. Doechii has talked about that, you know, because Doechii has a BBL, Doechii has fillers, Doechii like all these things and people try and separate her from that, you know, and try and say like she's not that kind of female rapper. But she said, no, I have all of those things. What are you talking about? So you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong that she got a nose job. I think what's upsetting to me is like, I just feel like, you know, it's kind of sad to think about the way that Megan Thee Stallion, it almost feels like all these women are her friends. Like, they're fair weather
when it's
friends.
Convenient.
You know, like they're friends when it's sunny, but when it's raining, where are they? You know, and they're publicly, when it's sunny, like, oh my God, Megan, I love you, posting on Instagram stories with her, talking about her music and like all that stuff. But when she's getting attacked and facing all this vitriol and lies, where is that same public support?
Right.
You know? I think that really sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
And it sucks because I really thought that they were like, it seemed like, oh, they had grown to love each other so much.
Yeah, and they went on tour.
They went on tour together. And I think that I do believe that Glorilla owes Megan a debt, like, of gratitude. Like, I think she owes her some loyalty, because that tour, I really think, sent her off into the stratosphere. You know, like, I think it was the catalyst for the incredible year that she had last year. It was it played a huge part in it, whether or not people want to admit that. But I think it truly did raise her status quite a bit, I think so. You know?
Yeah.
And I think it also pushed her to be a better live performer.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's sad, you know? But in some good news, some good Megan Thee Stallion news. So apparently, I think this happened a while ago, and I think we talked about this, but Megan Thee Stallion sued a blogger who was like spreading lies about her on I think she had shared some porn, and it was AI like generated porn about Megan Thee Stallion. Allegedly she'd shared this, and then I think Megan had sued her for defamation and slander and other things, because she had like tons of evidence like throughout the trial. This blogger, and her name is Milagro, I believe it's Milagro. And she was like a really big Tory Lane supporter. So apparently this girl she's going through it, and Tory Lane's team is not helping her at all. She can't afford her lawyers. Her lawyers have quit. Megan is like whooping her ass in court, and now there's a gag order. So now this blogger has still, even in the midst of a lawsuit, still been spreading lies.
That's wild.
Can you imagine being that dumb?
It's like digging a deeper hole.
And not one of these niggas that she's always defending and slandering has come to her defense at all. Not one of them.
Crazy.
Not one of them. And now there's a gag order. So Milagro is not allowed to speak about Megan at all publicly because they're saying, like, judges saying, like, speaking about her publicly has caused, like, it's inciting violence toward Megan Thee Stallion. Like, she's inciting people to be violent against her. So now she's not allowed at all to talk about her while the court case is ongoing.
Good.
And you know what? Good. How can you be so stupid, though? You know you don't have the money to be fighting a case, and you still talking shit
for someone that you don't even know.
That you don't even know. And and the crazy thing is, I think when the court case first came out, they had all this evidence, and of course, like it was revealed that Tory Lanez was paying people to talk positively about him and to spread lies. Mm-hmm. Do you know she only made $4,000?
That's it.
$4,000.
I wonder how much all these fees are.
It has to be triple, quadruple, quintuple, like $4,000. And now you in a hole,
and now you got a case.
Now you got a case, bitch. Like Tasha K with Cardi B, and Tasha K had to file for bankruptcy, so Cardi B can't take none of her assets.
Wow. Because
she owes Cardi B $1 million. The
girls are serious.
I don't understand how you can be so dumb, though. Like, is it that deep? Does the internet got y'all brain that fried? You know you don't got it. You know you don't got it like that, for real. To be fighting a fucking case, G. A case, and it's all of your doing. Like, it's literally only because of you.
And there's evidence printed.
Thousands of pieces of evidence. Like, there are pages and pages and pages of evidence that's been gathered.
Yeah.
How do you know what? Moving on. But how are you?
I was going to say, I was like, I can't.
Child. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the BET Awards. As I predicted, Doechii won Best Female Rapper.
Yes.
And remember, we talked about how it was going to be between Doechii or Glorilla who won. Yeah. I think people were really upset that Glorilla did not win Best Female Rapper. How do you feel about that? Because people have been saying, like, they feel like in the past 6 months, like, Doechii's been winning all the awards that Glorilla actually deserves. Do you believe that?
I disagree.
I disagree too.
You're acting like Doechii, Grammy Award winning Doechii, is not deserving of these titles. I disagree. Like, I think that Glorilla, we've talked about several times, has had an incredible run this past year. Yes. Like, she deserves to be in the conversation. Yes. She deserves to be in the conversation.
But to win over Doechii?
I don't think so.
I don't agree. I wouldn't have even said Megan Thee Stallion deserved to win over Doechii.
No, yeah, me too.
And if we had to do it, if we had to, like, do a battle of, like, which album we liked better, I think I would still go with Alligator Bites Never Heal over Glorious.
I would too.
If I really said and think about it, I think the issues that I had with both albums were actually quite similar. You know, that I thought the latter half of them not so strong.
Not as scary, yeah.
But I truly think that Doechii deserved this. If it could have tied, oh my God, that would have been the best thing for me. I want everybody to, I want everybody to win.
We want the girls to win.
Everybody to win. But I totally love that Doechii won. And I love that she actually used her platform.
Yeah, me too.
To talk about what the fuck is going on.
Literally outside of
the fucking venue.
Building, yeah.
Like, nobody else was going to say it. So she got up there and said that shit. And that's how you know she a real bitch. Stand on business. Stand on fucking business. Because niggas don't do that no more. They don't do it enough. They don't stand on business enough.
Don't do it enough.
But can we talk about, though, Glorilla's first BET award being a gospel award?
That's pretty hilarious.
I gotta say, it's funny as hell. And you know she was raised in a fucking church.
Yeah.
You know Glorilla was... I know her parents are geeked as fuck. That she won a gospel award with fucking Kirk Franklin. Like
you can't make this up.
You cannot make this up. AI could not write this.
Yeah.
Could not write this. Let's talk about Glorilla's performance, though. What did you think about the performance?
Well, I was thinking about how I think it was was it the BET or was it MTV Awards where she had the slip? She had like a nip slip. You
That was
remember that?
the VMAs.
Or BMAs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she was like, she wanted to be covered up more
Hell
secure this
yeah. She
time.
didn't want that shit to happen again.
No, but I loved the stage presence. I thought it told a really good story. She had a lot of choreography in here. I was like, okay, she's getting it. And
It's
then
very theatrical.
it is very
It was
theatrical.
so theatrical.
I love that she brought out Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole. And
That
Keisha
was really
sound
nice.
good.
She sounded good.
Like, I was like, okay, girl.
I was like, where have you
still...
been?
Exactly. I didn't know she still sang like that. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Keisha.
No. I thought it was good though. I thought she did a good job.
I thought it was really good, but I felt so torn because to me, it's like I totally, as a theatrical person, as a person who loves that, I'm like, I really appreciate the
dedication
commitment
to it,
the dedication to the bit, you know, of like, let her cook. We're in a kitchen. We're chefs. You are fucking, you know, dressed like a smooth criminal. You eat, you doing the tap dancing. I love all of that. However, it seems so off brand for her. And
I could see that.
And so
no,
I'm
I agree.
I'm like, I don't know how to feel because on the one hand, I'm like, she wants to branch out. She doesn't want to be defined by what she once was. And I totally think this is the time. Like, I'm not going to say this is the biggest stage she's been on, but this is a pretty big year for BET. Like, I think they're celebrating 50 years or something.
Yeah.
So for you to have had an incredible year the way that Glorilla has had an incredible year, and then to go on and to have this stage, and there are all these legends in the audience, hell fucking yeah, you better put on a show. But I just had to say, I just had that in the back of my mind, like, now why the fuck is Glorilla up here tap dance? Like, where the fuck did we get? How the fuck did we get
here?
At the red light, twerking, hopping in the car, twerking with that tripod, and now you tap dancing at the BET Awards. But that's growth.
Yeah, that's growth. That is,
baby.
No, but that is so true. That is so true. Like, girl, I bet she didn't think this was in her bingo card.
You could not have guessed that this would be your trajectory. And yet here we are. Okay, so Ice Spice has joined the cast of the SpongeBob movie, The Search for SquarePants. And it says the rapper will also release a song for the movie.
She already got a song. It's called Bikini Bottom.
Bikini Bottom. Is she gonna do Bikini Bottom Part 2?
I hope so.
I enjoyed that song, even though I talked shit about it when it came out.
Listen, where did I hear? I think I heard Deli on you know that show Harlem with Megan Good?
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Okay, well, like they played Deli in part of it, and I was like, damn, I forgot. Like
I forgot about this song, right?
I forgot about this. Like,
yeah.
Before her fall off, she was really
that girl. She was getting in it. Okay, Kash Doll is in her acting bag. She's going to be on season 2 of the Hulu show Reasonable Doubt. I'm sorry, season 3 of the Hulu show Reasonable Doubt. I've never seen the show.
I was like, Reasonable Doubt. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a Tubi show.
I just know that Morris Chestnut is on the show, and so for that reason, I'm like, oh, because he stay employed. You know,
he does.
He keep a TV bag. So I'm like, okay, Kash Doll. But you know what? I totally like it. I love this for her. I wish Lizzo would do this. Because I feel like right now, I feel similarly about Kash Doll and Lizzo. The music's not hitting. You know? Like, I'm not feeling it.
Give me something else.
Let's try something else. You're beautiful women, extremely talented, but it's not hitting.
It's not hitting.
Let's branch out a little bit. And so, you know what? I like this for Kash Doll. I think I want to watch this show just so I can be prepared. Also, just because people have been saying it's really good, but it's just I've not gotten to it. You know what show I just started watching? Love Island. I've never seen Love Island. I can never make it through the first episode.
Is it good?
It's so here's the thing, because I feel a weird way about it. At first, I'm like, this is so fucking corny, G. Like, I cannot get into this shit. It's so corny. And then I was like, damn, every day? Why the fuck y'all release episodes every day?
Every day?
Every day. 5 days a week, there's a new episode every day. And I said, now,
do they have cameras on them like 24/7?
24/7. There are cameras on them. And do you know they all sleep in the same room, like dorm style?
Oh, that's messy.
Their beds are like inches away from each other, and the couples have to sleep in the bed together when they're coupled up. But I I'm kind of hooked.
Oh my god.
I,
Okay.
I, I
I've
think
been seeing
I
stuff
think I
about
drank the
it.
Kool-Aid a little bit. My favorites are the two black girls, even though I definitely feel like the niggas in the villa is not fine enough for them.
For
The white
them,
men in the
yeah.
villa are not fine enough for them. Like, these are bad bitches. Like, they
Yeah.
need some bombshells, okay? These niggas are not good enough for my girls, okay?
Is it US or is it
It's US. I've never seen the UK one ever.
Okay.
You know, it's
Okay.
the accent. I just can't get into it. They'll be
Do
like, "Are
it,
you
yeah.
fucking serious?" And I'm like, "Please stop. Please stop." You're not. I just can't.
Please.
I just cannot take. Like, I don't
Oh
buy
my
it.
god.
I don't
Oh
buy
my
it.
god.
Anyway, so Lotto says she has a new album on the way. How do we feel
Yes.
about this?
I think it makes sense. I mean, like, she had just dropped that single, but I'm sure she's taking her time with it. Like, I feel like we have to remember, like, I feel like artists have to live their life in order, like, they need new, like,
I agree.
experiences, material, like, things have to happen, like, before I think they just, like, hop in the studio. Like, I think they need to live life, and so I'm
Here's my
hoping she's
worry.
living life.
Here's my worry. I think Sugar Honey Iced Tea is my favorite album of hers now. I think it's my favorite in her discography now.
Yeah.
And I am worried of the trajectory that she's going down, you know, with these like songs, and they're kind of slow, and she's so in love, and she's so like, you know, like, oh, I love this man. I love this man. Like, girl, shut up. Where's
the blick?
hood shit? Where is the blicky? Okay. Where is the strip club, the wings, the strippers with big booty shaking ass, Lotto? I want hood shit. What? I don't give a fuck about you being in love, G. Like, dead ass. I don't want to hear about this nigga. Baby, I don't.
More.
I do not want to hear about 21 Savage. Not one more song. I don't, Lotto. That's your last time. I don't want to hear about it no motherfucking more.
I can see that. I can see that.
We need to get back to rapping about
guns to the roots
and strippers and lemon pepper wings. That is what I want.
That's what you want.
That's what I want from her. So if the album does not include that, I think I'm out.
Maybe. Okay, well, like, I feel like the last album was like a mix. No, like,
and I did not like the songs like that. I did not enjoy those.
You did
Do you
not?
think I'm listening to Mariah the Scientist willingly? I would never.
Listen, Mariah the Scientist just came out with that new song, Burning Blue.
And I hate it.
What?
I hate it.
Come on.
No, I'm serious. I hate it.
That song has been on repeat.
I'm sorry. I hate it.
But it's weird. I'll say this and we can get back to the topics, but it's weird listening to some of these R&B songs, and it's like, man, you're talking about him?
Like, Young Thug?
Like, yeah, like this, he's making you write this? Like,
especially when he was in jail, and he was not faithful to you in jail, locked up in one place. He couldn't go nowhere, and he still was cheating on you. Is it that deep?
I
he don't even look like he got dick that good. Like, is he just very rich, like, even after jail?
Even after?
I don't get it. I don't get it, because he seems like a clown. And honestly, I don't think he's that attractive.
Oh, I don't think he's attractive either.
I don't think he's that attractive.
But it's just interesting, like, her, or even like Cardi B, or like
Sierra. Offset is not cute. Offset is not cute. Like, let's start there. I don't give a fuck what nobody trying to say about him. I feel like Cardi was really dickmatized. Like, I feel like she wouldn't lie about dick being good. And I think Offset has like really like grimy nigga, like bum nigga dick. Like, they have the best dick because they ain't got shit else to do but be really good at fucking. So I feel like that was what it was with Offset, and he just trapped her with that baby.
He trapped her, yeah.
Like, that's it.
Three times over.
You know what? Hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 2 or 3 times. Well, damn.
Get fooled again.
Well, damn. You got me. You got me.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh my god. Wait, is there anything else here we want to talk about? There was. Oh wait, Baby Tate.
Oh, Papoose. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk?
Yo. That's what. Okay, first part of the reason why I like picked that Remy Ma song is I was listening to that video, and so basically Papoose has said that he has written 90% of Remy Ma's rap,
and I don't believe him.
I don't want to believe him. I don't. Do we think he's written some?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think he's contributed, but I think to say that people don't contribute is ridiculous. Like Jay-Z is credited as a writer on Spaghetti. Jay-Z is credited as a writer on Alien Superstar. We know Beyonce is talented. She's all things. But we know that she's not a rapper like Jay-Z is. You know, like Papoose is like, these are battle rap niggas. Like he sleeps in a fitted. I know that he's contributed some bars. But I don't believe that he's written her music the way he says he has.
Yeah,
I think right now he's lashing out.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, why didn't he say it a year ago? Why didn't he say it a year ago when all these rumors were being spread that she like fucking was cheating on him with 2 different guys on like Christmas or something? And Clarissa Shields, a beautiful girl, just worms for brains. What the fuck is wrong with her? How are you a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, the first in her fucking field, male or female, and you chasing after an unemployed battle rapper? When was the last time Papoose had a job?
Listen,
he went from managing Remy Ma to managing you. That doesn't tell you something. This nigga is a leech, and you that damn dumb. You're that thirsty to have a nigga. Lord, I beg of you, never make me this thirsty. Lord, please
never be that down bad.
Take me out back and shoot me like Old Yeller before I do some shit like that. Cause Remy is funny as fuck though. Like I can't. She is funny. Like
I didn't watch the response. I gotta watch her response.
She's just funny. Like she really is funny. Like she said, "You think you the only bitch she talking to?" She said this nigga still ain't signed the divorce papers. What are you talking about? You want to have a baby by this nigga? He ain't got no job, girl. He ain't got no money, girl. Are you this dumb? Like, she is funny. They're such New York niggas. Like, this is so New York. I hate this for them. I hate it for them. But also, I just like, please, just stop. Why are y'all both going on Instagram Live, airing out each other? Just get a divorce.
Just
get a divorce.
Just call each other. Just sign the papers. Keep it moving.
Papers. Y'all don't even have to talk. Just
we don't have to do this.
We don't have to do this, and we don't have to be a part of it.
We don't have to be a part of it.
I don't want it. Okay,
you don't need a live audience.
So Baby Tate is retired from female rap.
Yeah,
this is coming from her own mouth. What do you think about this?
I hope it's not true.
Well, she said it.
Well, like I don't. People be moody.
Yeah,
people be saying shit.
I think she's
like,
just
they
mad.
Don't really mean it. Yeah,
she's just mad.
She's just mad.
Yeah, I don't know what about, but maybe she's just mad.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I hope it's not true. I hope she's just like having a moment.
Yeah,
she's just like,
but she's actually a very accomplished songwriter, though.
Really?
Yeah, and like Justine Skye just came out with a song, and she's credited. It's like her first. She said this is her first placement of the year. It's like a song with Kaytranada. I listened to it once. Not really my vibe, but it's like a cute song, and I can tell like it has Baby Tate's like fingers all over it, you know?
Okay.
So I mean, she's a very accomplished songwriter, and I think that for her, I feel like she feels that is more lucrative.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Than like her rapping, you know? Because I feel like what she was talking about too was like even the politics of being a female rapper. It just it's a lot to take on, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, we're going to get into why when we talk about our main topic.
No, I feel him.
But I don't know. It made me sad because I'm like, damn, like I love Baby Tate. But I totally get it. Like, don't do shit when your heart's not in it.
I agree.
Don't do it when your heart's not in it. Should we move on to new music? Is there anything else on here you want to talk about?
No, I think I'm good. We can move on.
Okay, I have a question.
What?
Why is nobody clocked into work? I have not heard one contender for Song of the Summer. Not a one.
Not one.
Not a one. Like what? Why is
all they got is Pluto?
Please don't talk to me about. I cannot for the life of me take that seriously. Do you know? I posted this on our TikTok page. I was like, girls, like, I know if you follow us on this page, like, clearly, like, we get each other. Like, I don't want to talk about Sabrina Carpenter. I was like, why are none of the rap girls clocked in for Song of the Summer? I'm going to read to you some of the responses that I got.
Oh my God.
I was like, why is nobody clocked into work? Why is nobody like released Song of the Summer? Somebody said, I'm giving it until the 4th of July for somebody to drop. That's too late.
It is kind of late.
Somebody said Cardi B need to drop that song and stop playing. I agree.
True.
And then somebody said that's because Nicki's gone. And I said, girl, no, that's not the reason.
No,
that's not the reason. Somebody said Glorilla dropped yesterday. And I said, it was fine.
Yeah, but that's also not a Song of the Summer.
No. Somebody said Whim Whammy. And I said, you can't be serious. Don't come in here playing.
Come on.
And then they said Ice Spice hopped on Gnarly, a chop. And then somebody said, just like people they don't want to work. Like nobody wants to work. Why does everybody?
They're on summer break too.
No, they can't be on summer break. This is your season. Actually, you can go on winter break. I don't give a fuck about that in winter.
Right.
You need to be clocked the fuck in.
No, I agree.
Is the Song of the Summer?
Yeah, there's like, you're so right. There's like not even a contender.
I don't even think we can talk. Like, I'm looking at the list of music that I've put together, and I'm like, there's maybe like 2 or 3 of these songs that I've downloaded. This has been such a slump. These last couple episodes, I've been so disappointed in the music that's been released.
Yeah.
Did any of this stick out to you? We have Samara Sin. We have a lot of Sexy Red. We have Little Sin's album. Fucking Little Kim, Glorilla, Flying a Boss, Miss Banks, like Lola Brooke. Sexy Red has been on a lot of things. They are really trying to recoup on their investment in her.
When I tell you, I don't know who is working on the back end for her.
They have to be trying to recoup on that investment.
I don't know why is she on the F1 soundtrack?
They're trying to get their money back that they invested into her when she went viral last year. They were like, oh, she's going to be a hit. And baby, it fizzled the fuck out. It fizzled all the way the fuck out. And now they're trying to be like, yeah, you need to go clock in because we want our motherfucking money back. We want our money back. Because that's the only explanation as to why she is on all these features and every song is ass.
Trash.
Every song is ass.
Yeah, This Pluto girl,
I don't want to hear about it.
I feel like she's like a carbon copy of like, this is like the new version of Sexy Red that they're trying to like bring out.
But just a little bit worse. It's like, it's a copy, and I feel like Sexy Red was a copy of someone else that they thought like this is what a female rapper should be. So this is a copy of a copy. Do you know when you make a copy of a key, you can use it? When you make a copy of the copy, you can't use that. It won't open the door. And that's what this is.
That's what it is.
That's what Pluto is. It's not going to work. The key will not unlock the door. I will not buy it. We are boycotting this bullshit.
Yeah. And the So Sexy song with the Rob 49.
Please. What the fuck is wrong with Rob 49?
Women are in a deficit. We're in the negatives.
We are truly with this song. Losing I feel like women are down like 50,000 points this summer.
Cataclysmically.
What is happening? What is happening? I will say though, listening to Lotus, the Little Sims album, for me, I was like, I thought it was going to be something completely different. I was like, this just made me sad.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking, when I was listening to it, I was like, am I in the right frame of mind for this?
What's going on? I was like, I started listening to it, then I was like, you know what, I'll go back to this.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta sit down. I was like, I gotta sit down and like listen to this.
That made me so sad. Oh my God, I feel so bad for her. Like, to open the album. Well, let's just talk about it. Fuck it. Let's just talk about the album.
I was trying to see
when she opened the album saying like, thief, you're a thief. You were my childhood friend and you're a thief. You stole money. I feel bad for your wife. Like, she has some shit to get off her fucking chest.
Oh yeah.
some shit to get off her chest. And I think the further, I mean, like, this bitch was hurting.
Yeah, I
There
didn't
were
get back.
lyrics like, "How dare you?" Like, shit, like, oh my god, like, it felt like therapy. Like, I feel like, but the hard part of therapy,
Yeah.
not the good part where you have a breakthrough. Like, the hard part where you're dumping all the messy shit. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I really don't know. And then there was there was one song that I really thought was like, so, there were a couple songs that I thought was like true standouts of the album. And it wasn't even the
Okay.
title track for me. It wasn't even Lotus. I thought that song was good, but I feel like Hollow,
Uh-huh.
my God, she was like, I don't have to forgive you for everything to be okay. Should I even be doing this? I don't even know how to, like, she's like, I don't, like, she's going through so much. And then
Yeah.
Blood. Oh, that song fucked me up. Like, family drama, and she's like going back and forth with this man, like, oh, you're not present, you're not present, you're not in my life, oh, you're not in my life, you're not looking out for our parents, oh, but you're not looking out for, like, it was like,
Oh
oh, this is a
goodness.
bit too
It was too
I
much.
was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It
I
was
think I
like,
stopped. I think I stopped after was it Lion maybe?
it was just a lot. Like, the album, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it's not, because I think it's incredible. Like, I
Yeah.
love the beats that she chose. I love the production on it. I think the transitions on it are really great, but I feel like, damn, like, this is a true, like, actually introspective album. Like, actually some catharsis was had on this.
Yeah.
You know, she's really questioning her purpose. You know, like, she's really
Yeah.
it's like, but it's like we all go through that, but to hear somebody say it on
They
wax,
say it.
it's like,
Yeah.
oof, that's a bit
It's
too
different.
real.
Yes.
That's a
I felt
bit too
there was a couple
real.
of songs I feel like I was listening to. I was like, ooh, like this
I
feels
was
like
like, damn,
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 like
bitch.
are you reading me?
Like, are you
Like
okay? Am I okay?
am
Like,
I
I don't
okay?
even know. I was
Like,
like, okay, this is clearly not an album we finna bop to. You know, like,
no, it is not a bop.
we not
It
finna be in the
is
club, like, we not finna be mixing this. No,
no,
no.
no,
She
not at
is
all.
hurt.
Yeah.
She is motherfucking hurt, and she is not holding back.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. I did download Hollow and Blue, because I was like, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna come back to this. This is feeling like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but like much more elevated and a lot less like, there are no like lighthearted bops on this. Like, she is going through it the whole fucking
Yeah.
album.
I feel like the only songs I would return to, I liked Free, and then I did like Lion, and then I feel like I did like Hollow. But again, it was just too heavy for me.
It
Like
was very
initially,
heavy.
that I was
A
just like, I
lot.
can't. Yeah.
Oh my god, did any of the other new music stand out to you? No, me either.
No.
You know, I did like the Cardi B snippet.
Yeah, no, the Cardi B snippet was cool, but
I want
I
to hear the
can't
rest
help
of
but
it.
think that it sounds like it sounds a bit stale to me.
Yeah,
Like I feel
that's
like
my fear.
it has the same beat as like, or same tempo as like Money Up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like the same song.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm just like, ugh. I'm really like, is there going to be, like, is the album that you turned in an album that was completed 2 years ago?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like yeah, like this song, I'm like it's cool, I like it, but I'm like it's familiar.
It's
Like,
very
oh,
familiar.
that
But you know
the
what?
rest of the album's not like that.
Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait to say that, because I was worried when she was gonna drop Invasion of Privacy. I'm like, she's a one-hit wonder. The album's gonna be
Yeah.
what it was, and you know, I love the album. You know, I've said that time and time
Mhm.
again. So maybe she'll surprise me, but I don't think it's likely.
I hope we're surprised.
I hope we're surprised. I would love to be surprised.
Me
I would
too.
love to eat
In
my words.
2040. In 2040.
2045, I'll have gray hair. I'll be on a walker, and I'll be like, oh, finally, some new Cardi B music. A new Cardi B like body of work. 2037. We'll say 2037. You know, I think the album will be out by then. I think it'll
Yeah,
be
I
out
think
by then.
so. I will hope.
Okay, let's move on to our main topic. So
Yeah.
today we are talking. We were supposed to do this episode last month, but then we just had to talk about other things.
Mhm.
We're talking about stan culture and music and like what it has done to the music industry and what it means to be a fan of music amidst this like very heavy stan culture
Mhm.
like era that we live in. So my first
Mhm.
question is, have you ever considered yourself a stan of an artist? And did you do or say things that were toxic or weird as a result of that?
I guess I wouldn't consider myself a stan.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because you
you
have
know,
sense and a job.
I don't have time to be on the internet.
That's time for
Like,
that shit.
but yeah, like I like admire artists, like, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't, but not to the extent to take it online and like defend
Yeah.
people I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
nah. What about you?
Definitely. I feel like
You said
in like
definitely. You're like, oh yeah, that's me.
I feel like in 2016, I was such a huge Beyonce stan that I was like
Uh,
slandering Rihanna every chance I got in
oh my
conversation.
God.
I was just talking so much shit about Rihanna back in 2016 because I was like, she'll never be Beyonce. That bitch can't even sing. Her
Oh
shows
my
are empty
God.
as fuck. I was toxic. I was
No.
toxic. And then I also feel like I was a big stan of Nicki in
Mm-hmm.
2018 when she was,
Yeah.
just fighting. Her back was against the wall and she was swinging and missing. They was beating her ass. And I was like, I'm not going to listen to Cardi B in solidarity. I don't give a fuck if the music sounds good. Fuck her. Pretending that I liked Queen. I was like, oh, the Queen ate with
20, I
this.
like Queen. Man, you're
I
a
was
real
so
one.
I was so toxic and I'm like, then it got to a point where I'm like, girl, you are grown. You about to graduate college. You cannot
With their
be
big
doing
age,
what the fuck
yeah.
are you doing? Like, I don't give a fuck about this. And then I feel like there was a point where I was definitely a stan of Kendrick. Um
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always gonna be
I was like, yeah.
super fan, but I feel like there was a point when I was like, it was like around the time when they started having like the big three conversation
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, oh, well, mine is Drake and mine is, Cole. And I was like, fuck them niggas. They'll never be,
They'll never be Kendrick.
they'll never be
Have you
him.
seen their concerts?
I was like, they'll never be him. They could never like I feel like I used to be that way in high school. Like I was
Okay.
so toxic about it. And I don't know why. Maybe I just had like nothing else going on in my life. I
Time.
just
You had
had the
time.
time. Okay.
Yeah.
So I definitely have been not a victim of that, although I have been attacked by stans on multiple occasions.
I
Um
do remember, yeah.
they be trying to get me. And you know
Yeah.
what? Some of it be funny as hell. I'm like, you know what? I'll give y'all that.
You ain't with
You
that. You ain't with that.
kind
You
of ate
too.
with that one, and I laughed a little. I chuckled. I giggled. I had a laugh. I
I had a
can't
key.
lie. Okay. So, what do you think? What do you consider the role of stands or fans in music in 2025? And like, do you think they're too involved or not involved enough? Like, what do you consider their role to be in being fans of an artist?
Yeah, I think they're obviously essential,
Mm-hmm.
one, to help with like the promotion of the artist itself. Like
Yeah.
these are the people who are consuming it. Like these are the people who are gonna ride and defend your music. Um, but I think that there is a obviously like there's polarity. Like there's
Yeah.
you can take it to the extreme
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to get to that point, like at all.
Does it
But
feel like every time an artist releases a new song that they take it there and it becomes, especially when it's
I feel with the
considering,
albums more so
okay, when they
than
release an album,
singles.
like we have to take it there. Like, do you, especially considering female rap, and we know how toxic the online social media community is when it comes to female rap, do you think they're too involved?
I think they can be, and like in the sense that like unnecessary like drama for no reason. Like things that like pitting people against each other who don't need to be pit
Yeah.
against each other.
Yeah.
Like maybe they just like release a song and they could be talking about like their bully from like the ninth grade. Like
Yeah,
they're not talking
literally,
about like
literally.
they're not talking about anybody you know.
Yeah.
So I think they can be a bit involved in some like in extreme cases.
I do
Yeah.
think that like it often gets to the point where every conversation online, especially online,
Mhm.
especially in female rap that we're having about a female rapper becomes a debate and we're
Mhm.
pitting them against each other.
Right.
And I feel like that fans have become too involved with their favorite female rapper being the best, being number one,
Mm,
and I
mhm.
understand like that exists in rap. That's always going to
Right.
exist of like, I'm the best, I'm the king of rap, I'm the queen of rap. But I feel like when it comes to female rap culture, it's very toxic in that there's no room for people to just coexist and be great and have good
Mhm.
music. It always has to turn into a debate. And I also think that female rappers contribute to this by I feel like they are relying too heavily on the fans to do the work of promoting the music. You know? Like I think they are become so dependent that it creates this kind of relationship that is a bit too parasocial and they feel like
Oh,
it's their job to promote this music to make sure it goes number one on the Billboard chart. And they're
mhm.
buying multiple copies of the album. They're buying all this and that. They're having all these streaming parties. That's not
Yeah.
your job.
Yeah, that's so true.
And I
I
think
didn't
we
think
know
about
too
that.
much about it. Like, if the Billboard chart did not exist, how would you know
Would
how
y'all
many
be still going
streams
hard?
that this
Yeah.
song had? And why does that matter in consuming music? It's just that I think stan culture has really and I mean, of course, it's always been a huge part of music, but I feel like it is so intertwined now that there's no separation of the stan culture, consuming music, and the way we promote music and the way we view the music industry in 2025. Like they're one and the same.
Yeah. I hadn't considered that before. Like, I think you are right in the sense that, like, they artists rely too heavily on the stands to do the work that, quite frankly, they pay a team to do.
Exactly. This is somebody's job,
Job.
and you are spending your hard-earned lunch money that your mom gave you and you're
Yeah.
buying 15 copies of Nicki Minaj's album. And now you don't have any fucking lunch for the rest of the week. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj would not piss on you if you were on. She don't know you. She don't know you.
Yeah.
You know how I just think sometimes I'm like, whoa. And that too, I remember when I was young, I found myself, feeding into that. And I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. You don't know these bitches?
Yeah.
You
We
can
don't know
enjoy the
them.
music. I don't need to have loyalty to this female rapper and I can't listen to another.
Exactly.
Who are you?
Right.
I don't give a damn. I listen to all the music.
I listen to all of it.
And so yeah, that's just how I feel. I
No,
want
that's
to then
fair.
ask like which art, and I know exactly who we're gonna say. Which artists have the most toxic fan base, and why do you think that is?
Hmm. I think the easiest to point out can be the Barbs.
Yeah,
Um,
they should be qualified as a terrorist organization.
I think they just take things to like the degree that like it can cause physical
It
harm
it bleeds over
and
into real life.
into real life, and it's like
It's never that
no,
deep.
like it's never that deep. It's never that deep, and it should never get to that point.
I
For
saw this
someone
video
you
one
don't
time. For
know.
someone you don't know, I saw this video one time of this like young gay white boy posted he runs a Nicki Minaj fan page and he posted a video outside of someone's house and in the video he's saying Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap and it was somebody he was having an argument with on Twitter showed up to their house to film that video in
Yeah,
front of their house.
yeah. That's wild. Like
That's
that.
not a mental illness?
Yeah, like you're doing it for the internet. Like you're doing it for like I can't. I
But do
think
you think that Nicki Minaj kind of like eggs them
like
on?
baits it on.
Like she kind of like feeds into that?
I think she does at points, but I think there's also some times where it's just like they kind of like they rally together.
They rally
Like
together and they're egging each
yeah,
other on.
yeah, they rile each other up.
I agree. I definitely think she has it easily one of the most toxic fan bases in music. I also think Taylor Swift.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you think Beyonce?
I don't know if Beyonce, I think to a degree, Beyonce's like fan base is toxic, but I don't think it's toxic to the point of violence.
I don't think so
And I
either.
also don't think it's toxic to the point of racism and misogyny in the way that Nicki Minaj's fan base and Taylor Swift fan base and even Drake's fan base can often get.
Mm,
Like it just seems the Beehive seems like unhinged, but a little bit more civilized. The Barbs
okay.
seem like off their fucking rocker. You know, like you can't, they're too
Yeah,
far gone.
like you can't say anything and
You
it
can't
not
say
be.
anything. If you had a conversation, if they had, they would be put on a 72-hour hold if they said the things they say online to a doctor.
Mm,
You know?
yeah,
And then I think there are some fan bases, like I would say the Beehive is definitely one of those, and even Rihanna, like the Navy, where they just get too involved in their personal lives. I saw somebody
yeah.
post on Instagram once. They took a receipt out of the trash to see what Beyonce ordered at a restaurant. That's not crazy to you?
That's crazy.
That's not crazy to you? That's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
That's insane. Somebody literally found out what Rihanna's order was at her favorite restaurant before she had even revealed it. Somebody had
That's
found, and I'm like,
wild.
that's not insane to you?
Yeah,
That's too much. That's
it's too
too
much.
much. That's too much.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm good on it. I'm good.
so I want to know specifically, we already talked about the next question, like about whether we think it's harmful or helpful. What role do you think stands play in female rap? And is there an instance you can think of specifically where it's been harmful? Like something big that bled over into real life?
Yeah, I mean the first one that comes to mind is like the stuff with Meg and Nikki, and then like
Mm,
crossing the line. I
yeah.
think of like of
Going to her
Meg's
mom's
mother's
grave.
graves. Like that's like no, like no, like no, like that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable under any means. Like no.
Is that like that to me? How do you cross that line? Like people are fighting at concerts now over people they don't know in real life. You're catching a battery charge for what?
For what?
For what?
Yeah. But I mean like I again, I think obviously fans have an important part in the consumption of music. I
Yeah.
think they help um in general, like music brings people together, and
Yeah.
I think by having like a fan community, it only elevates the artist even more, but it
True.
also makes you find like the commonality of things that you relate to within the music.
Yeah.
And I found that like I had seen this somewhere about how you know Drake, what's his name, Kendrick, and then also I think like Big Sean were like kind of starting out in the same like 2010s
Right.
whatever,
Right.
right? And they were saying like the difference between Kendrick and Drake and Big Sean, aside from like ability, but I do think Big Sean is a really good lyricist, is that their fan bases were more like
Absolutely.
developed. And
Absolutely.
like Big Sean doesn't have like a fan base,
No.
but it's like he makes good music. It's just like
Yeah.
but there's no one who's like rallying and drumming up the support behind him
I
though.
think it what happened is what happens to a lot of people. Like you can be good at what you do, but are you a whole brand? Like
Yeah.
are you very marketable? I don't care what people say about Kendrick not being this huge artist. He is very much a superstar. Like
Hmm.
is and maybe not at the same level that Drake is a superstar, but he's a
Yeah.
superstar. And these
Yeah.
people are not just like, you know, in they're not just like they rap very well and they make music. No, there's a machine behind them. And I just
Yeah.
don't think that Big Sean, honestly, I don't even think J. Cole had the same kind of machine
Hmm.
behind them,
Yeah.
like that they do.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think it's just like that. I think they do make a difference though. Like the toxicity aside, like they do make the difference, and I think how an artist's trajectory does go. And if they're willing to recognize them as a star and to put a machine behind them, if
Yeah.
they can rally people together. So,
Then my last question would be, what then does the ideal relationship between artists and fans look like?
you know, I think art said artist puts out music, fans consume it, they enjoy it. Maybe they can leave their thoughts of their reviews, that good and bad.
Yeah.
Don't take it a step further. That's all. That's all. Don't get involved in their like personal business. Like as much as we like, like to talk about like what's going on and like the girls' lives and stuff like that. We know it's not like we're not going in trash cans trying to dig up where Cardi B and Stefan Diggs went to go eat.
No.
Like,
no.
It's not that deep.
Although I will say I want to try Rihanna's favorite restaurant because she's always photographed there. And I'm like, damn, bitch, is the food that good? Like, let me go see what the fuck is, what you talking about? Because that bitch go there every day of the week. I said, I got to try that because I love me some Italian food, but is it that good?
Which place? What is it?
It's called Giorgio Baldi. It's this restaurant in Santa Monica. And she's always photographed at this restaurant. Like, every time they'll be like, we know we're Rihanna. Like, but I'm like, damn, is it that good?
Is it that good? What about you? What do you think the ideal relationship?
I think I agree. I think also that there's a level of like of the relationship that needs to be like, I didn't like what they put out. And people are okay with that.
And people are okay.
With that because I don't have to blindly love every single thing
exactly
that you do as an artist that I listen to. I don't like every song that Megan Thee Stallion puts out. I don't like every song Beyonce puts out. You know? Like some
I'm
of it,
listening to everybody. I'm listening to everything.
And I don't have to have a blind loyalty. Exactly. That's another part. I can listen to everything. I can listen to everybody, you know? And I also think there needs to like, we have to take this like chart obsession out of the conversation. In order for the relationship to be healthy, we have to take that out of the conversation.
Well, do you think that existed back in the day when it was like, songs went platinum or gold, whatever, like was the same? I
really don't know.
Because like, I don't know. I'm curious because it's like, I guess because like,
did you ever hear about it when you were a kid?
I mean, I feel like I would hear that about like Michael Jackson and like Prince. And like, like these went like, double platinum, whatever. But I don't think it was like a point of like, or I don't remember like, I'd be curious to ask like my parents this of like, were they out there like, trying to get enough CDs or have these plays or like calling the radio and make sure that they got played?
I mean, I feel like calling in on the radio is something that I do remember. Like you want to get the song played. And I'm like, how much of the conversation then was about, I mean, because I don't know, like there was no social media. I mean, there was like MySpace and then there was Facebook, but it like there was no like Twitter, it was just different. It was very different. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess that would be a thing to like look up. Like, is it a thing of where, it has it always existed that way? Because at what point did these Billboard charts become, because I don't know, I feel like I've seen music documentaries where they talk about the Billboard, like, oh, this song in the 60s, it was the first song to go number one. I had the number one record. Okay, so like, okay, we get that that's always been a thing. But maybe the access to it is a little different. But if you made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you so much for listening. We have one more episode before we go on our summer hiatus. But thank you for listening, and we'll catch you guys on our next episode. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girls At, a podcast about Black women in hip hop. Where My Girls At is produced and edited by Mariah Woods and hosted by Mariah Woods and Brianna LaRosliere. Follow us on Twitter at wheremygirlsat2, on Instagram at wheremygirlsat_th, and on TikTok at wheremygirlsatpod. See you next time.